Welcome and hello everyone to the ninth session of Hello Casa. My name is Michael and today I am here with Cindy Buelvas from CartagenaConcierge. Cindy is Colombian and has lived in Colombia ever since. Before we start to talk with Cindy, I would like to proudly announce that we launched our first version of Hello Casa. Now you can go to hellocasa.com and go and find real estate agents, administrators, property owners, and also some people who might help you concerning expertise. So check it out, and also we are very interested to get some questions and feedback about our first version. The only thing is that we don't have any real estate agent from Cartagena, so maybe Cindy, since Cindy is from Cartagena, you can help us to get some people on board for Hello Casa. Cindy, thank you very much for being with us today, and why don't you quickly introduce yourself?
Okay, hello Michael, good afternoon. Thank you for opening this opportunity and allow me to share with you about not only Colombia, but especially about Cartagena de Indias. My name is Cindy Buelvas. I am originally from Monteria, Córdoba, a small city on the Caribbean coast, but I've been living in Cartagena by 15 years ago, where I became a professional and I have been working in the tourism and real estate market since this time.
Okay, that sounds good. So you're from Monteria. What's the difference between Monteria and Cartagena? What was it a big change to move from one city to the other, and when was that?
Well, yeah, Monteria is a very small city. It is increasing quickly as well as Cartagena, but it's too small. It's more for like agriculture and all the, more like farms. It's not like a developed city. It is just developing right now. So we moved to Cartagena because my mom's family is from here, and we decided to move here like to a bigger city where I could go to the university and have like studies and then work. Basically, well, same weather, Monteria and Cartagena, it's just the same weather. Monteria doesn't have sea, but it has the river, Sinu River, which goes across the whole city. But it's near the Tolu and Coveñas, which is also Caribbean Sea, and it's pretty near also to San Bernardo Islands. So
Those are very, very
it's
beautiful, aren't they?
good. It's good. Yeah.
Those are very beautiful, those islands, aren't they?
They are, yeah, very nice. Beautiful color of the water, beautiful like white sand. It's an archipelago. It's a natural park also, so it's
Perfect.
gorgeous.
For a foreigner who has never been to Cartagena and who doesn't know the city, how would you describe, let's say, if a Japanese person would ask you where you're from, and you would say from Cartagena, and he says, "Well, how would you describe it, and what's so special about the city?"
Sure, it is always a pleasure to talk about Cartagena de Indias. It's a magical and charming city. To start with, it was declared by the UNESCO a World Heritage Site in 1984. It's known for the 6.8 miles of walls that were built around the historic center that should be explored slowly with the sea breeze and the sunset, and it will transform the colors of 400 years old houses into a magical experience for all visitors. Well, a number of festivals devoted to film and classical music are held here. It's a city ideal for honeymoons, like sea sports, among other activities. It's also a city with culture, history, architecture, fun, and the gorgeous Caribbean Sea, which makes it unique and one of the most popular destinations on the rise in the world, according to TripAdvisor.
Perfect. That looks like or sounds like you are living in a paradise.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I feel like that.
yeah, I'm jealous here in Bogota. What about so I guess like tourism is the main driver, and there's so many foreigners coming in and out. We're gonna talk about your business in a few seconds. Apart from tourism, is there any economic driver? Is there in industry or anything else which you say like this is something Cartagena is well known for?
Yes, well, the manufacture of chemical products and also the petroleum refining and all the manufacturing. The city currently has three commercial free zones, and that's like the biggest industry of the city. It also has a tourism zone located in the island of Baru. It's the only tourist-free zone that offers lots of water and all the tourist urban development, villas, and all gathering of a Caribbean development. Another sector that has been revived in Cartagena in the recent years is the construction industry. The new buildings have made an epicenter of this capital investment. Large architectural projects are giving a new face to the city. Residential complex already left the city limits and it's focusing on surrounding areas of the city. Like in the north of Cartagena is where better the construction booms in.
That is Boca
So
Grande.
no, it's at the north of the city. It's named La Boquilla, Manzanillo, on the way to Barranquilla.
Okay, perfect. Okay, interesting. So more towards Barranquilla, so rather more and more outside of Cartagena. Okay, very interesting. And there a lot
Yes,
of new constructions are happening. Okay.
a lot.
So
Yeah.
this comes to the next question I have. What would you say? How has Cartagena changed during the last couple of years? Do you think it has transformed remarkably, or has it stayed the same? Well, and also obviously, where do you see it in 10 years? So, where do you see the trends?
Yeah, definitely it has changed remarkably. Has been the most important that has helped the city to improve in all levels. It has allowed to bring investors from all over the world to create companies and set the city as well as the country in a better position worldwide regarding the Latin American countries. I can assure that this is an unstoppable city that will keep growing and improving year by year, and as the world developing requires us to be. And Cartagena is nowadays one of the most important destinations in Latin America. So I hope in 10 years we can be the number one.
Whoa. Okay, that sounds good. Very
Yeah.
ambitious. I like ambition. That's good. That's very good.
Yes.
Um,
Sí.
Coming now to your business, tell us a little bit about it. What are you? What is the business about? What is it doing? And also, what are you? What is your role in that business?
Okay. Well, I am one of the founders of Cartagena Concierge. Started 3 years ago, and we started with a concept of concierge. A concierge can do everything for someone who wants to be, who wants to enjoy a place or experience specific and special things from somewhere. So we open the door to any need and desire people may have during their visit to Cartagena. Most of our clients are foreigners who come to visit us for a short time, normally 4 to 6 days. They fall in love not only with the the country, but with Cartagena especially. And after experiences all the beauty and the magic that we have to offer, they decide to come back, visit some other cities, and invest. Buy a property either for pleasure or business, and then we are always like on top of and all those desires that people have.
So to make sure I understand it properly, I also looked obviously on your website, CartagenaConcierge.com.co. It's about tourism in first of all. So you are um, helping people to have an awesome time in Cartagena, and you create a package for them 4 to 5 days. Say, I want to go snorkeling, I want to go scuba diving, I want to just lay in the hammock, and you are their concierge, their personal concierge, and customize these 4 to 5 days or even 2 weeks if wanted, if desired, according to the client's need. That's more or less it. That basically that's the first idea of the business.
Exactly. Yes, that's the first idea. And we have many groups. We have couples, but we have a lot of groups, like from 5 to 20 people. So when that happens, we don't book rooms inside a hotel. We get a private villa, a colonial house for
Nice.
them. Yes, so they rent the property, they spend some days there, and then after that, and they can discover all the magic that I have been talking about the city. Then they want to buy the house. Always that is something that most of the times happens.
Okay, interesting. And this and most of the people obviously then also buy directly in Cartagena or in the surroundings, I guess.
Cartagena and Baru.
Oh,
It's are the islands near Cartagena, because when you're looking for a nice beach, you go to Baru or Rosario Islands. These islands are 1 hour away from Cartagena. You can get there to Baru. You can go by car. Rosario Islands, which is in front of Baru, you can go there by boat. So people want to come here. They want to have a house here in the walled city, and then they want to spend some days and lie down on the beach and snorkel and all the water sports. And then they rent a property there in Baru or Rosario Islands. These are the areas that are more, um, like they visit the most.
and one question: foreigners are allowed to buy in Baru and also in Las Islas de Rosario. Is it
Rosario.
possible for foreigners to buy property?
Yes, absolutely possible.
Okay,
They are.
interesting. I just see that we got the first question by Ignacio from Argentina, and he asks, would you recommend foreign people to invest real estate in Cartagena, and why?
Um, I definitely recommend people to invest because this is a city that is improving very fast and increasing also. It's one of the most expensive city from Colombia. That makes it a good level, a good. So if you're looking for a Caribbean paradise and a little bit of everything, because as I said at the beginning, this is a city very rich in culture, in history, in architecture, in with beautiful beach. So you find very interesting things here. Want to invest and buy a property and move here for a while, also for business. So
Perfect. We hope we answered Ignacio's question. Ignacio, please let us know if this was sufficient the answer, or if you have follow-up questions, we are happy to answer follow-up questions, and also obviously Cindy is here to answer any questions. Coming back to your company, you set it up yourself. You said, tell us a little bit about how you did it, how you came up with the idea, and also maybe some challenges you were facing when you set it up.
Well, I have been working in the tourism, and then I found out that we need more quality in service in Colombia in general, most of all in Cartagena. Um, so I started to find that the people that visit us, which are most of all foreigners, they require, well, it's people that are traveling around the world. When you travel around the world, you know about service because you've been, visiting Mexico, which is number one in service, Paris, which is the most. Then you come to Colombia and visit Cartagena, that we sell like the highest in Colombia. Then you want to live and you want to have the same service that you had in other countries, or even better. So that's the number one that we work in, quality in service. Like we have all set up. We are very following up minute by minute during the stay of our clients in the city. We also found that the business of renting properties was like not wasn't like very organized and formal. So we started to do it with all the contracts and all the paperwork that are need to for both parts, for clients and also for us and for the owners of the houses. So those things that we found that get country in our city is was the opportunity, and we just decided to set up the company. I have a partner, whose name is Andres Tejada, and we started together the company. We have been working hardly for 3 years, and we're very happy. We as we have been improving and growing, the city helping us to reach the level that we want, and trying to improve every day and every day.
That sounds great. Like finding a problem and then building the solution upon it. That's perfect. I think that's the exact way to go. Setting up like the company itself, or also some bad experience you have been facing, or some challenges. What can you give if, for example, someone wants to set up his or her business in Colombia? Are there any tips you can give someone?
Of course. Well, it's most of all like a dream. Like if you want to have your project, to have your own business, is like make a dream come true. So you need just to focus on your dream and focus on your goals and try to reach them and be the best version of yourself every day. It's not easy, even here or in other way, in other country, in other. I think it's difficult everywhere. We have a difficult culture here with the costeños. Maybe you've heard about us, that we're lazy and all of that. So that's what people say. Not all of us are like that. So, but we have to change that vision, and that's what I want to do. I want to be also like um, sustainable. So not only to help the foreigners to have an amazing time in Cartagena, but also to help the city and provide our services to the people from the city to learn and learn languages, learn about service, learn about all what we have, because that is what happens. People have a project, people have a beautiful city, but then they don't know what to do with that. So if you want to start a company and you have a goal, you have a project, you have a dream, just work on it hardly and go for it.
That's very, very well said. Me personally, I don't like stereotypes. So if you talk about, or when you talk about costeños, I think, as you say, everyone is different, and most probably this stereotype doesn't even apply to most costeños. And you are the best example that there are hardworking people on the Costa Colombiana and
Yeah,
Atlantic coast. So that's I think the best proof to see that you guys are definitely not lazy. I'm very
exactly.
happy for you that you have. I mean, it's amazing to hear you talk that you are so successful, and 3 years maybe sounds like a long time, but in fact most probably this takes in order to succeed, and it's about persistence and patience. Great. um, if if you talk to potential investors, to foreigners, first of all, which most of the foreigners I assume are from the US or from Canada, or do you also have Europeans?
From US. We have had from Europe, but most of them are from the US.
Okay, most of the people are from US. I thought so. When you talk to them, when you, for example, when they ask you about Cartagena, about real estate, what do you think are the main motivations why those foreigners want to invest in Cartagena and not maybe in, I don't know, Miami or somewhere else in the US?
Um, okay, Cartagena is like a baby uh, in terms of increasing, in terms of construction, because it's true that we have had a change, a dramatic change. You know, we had a situation like 20 years ago with all the problems. So as soon as it started to change, Cartagena also started to improve, and a lot of investors came to invest in Cartagena. So it has happened only like it started to happen like 10 years ago. Right now we are, let's say, from 1 to 10, we are in number 3 that of increasing. We can reach like we're just going up and up and up every year in terms of industry, in terms of tourism, security, and that's what the investor look most of all for: security. They want to feel safe. They want to feel that they are putting their money into a city with no problems of corruption or insecurity. So I think that's the most important. And second, we are, as you said, we're living in the paradise. This is a real paradise here. We have a lot of to be discovered. Like in Baru, for example, there are a lot of places and lands that are on sale, as well as in the old city. Many houses with a lot of history from the Inquisition and all the um, yeah, most of all the Inquisition from the 17th century, that makes the city rich in architecture, because it's all from Spain, from Europe, Spain and Europe architecture. That's and yeah, basically it's like, as I said, security and beautiful places.
Undiscovered places with increasing security. Yeah,
Undiscovered.
okay, those definitely sound like reasons. Um, if you, for example, I mean, you're an expert for this region, for the entire Atlantic coast, I think. If you had, let's say, a bunch of money and you could decide and you could say, I want to invest in whatever I want, or I want to buy property, or even set up a business, what would you do, and what is your, maybe your secret, where you think, I would definitely go to, I don't know, Choco, or maybe even to Santa Marta. Where do you see the biggest potential right now for potential investors to go to?
Okay. Actually, when I started the company, Cartagena Concierge, it was just a dream to set up Cartagena Concierge. And then when I started to work in the company and discovering all the business, how it was moving, now I have another dream, and it's to have a hotel in Cartagena, because this is the most touristic city in Colombia. So everybody wants to come here. So for business, if you're thinking in business and improve in invest in Cartagena for a business, uh, that's the best. Like having a hotel or having a private villa, or a private to rent for days, or even for pleasure. And then after Cartagena, I would say, yeah, Choco is definitely another area that is discovered and increasing. But first, Cartagena.
Okay, that sounds good. I mean, you really have plans. That's amazing. Especially also the return on investment, considering hotels. Obviously, it depends on the hotel, but it's much higher than normal real estate. That's great.
Yeah.
So in fact, you started as a tourism agency, helping people to have a nice 4 to 5 days. Now helping people also to buy property in Cartagena and the surroundings. And maybe soon we will see your hotel being run by you. That's amazing. That's
Hopefully. Yeah, hopefully.
great. Um, we are already coming actually to the last two questions. The first question is, if you could change something in Colombia, what would that be?
Um, well, the corruption, which is everywhere around the world, but us to move faster. But definitely, it's just that. The rest of all, I love my country. I love Colombia, and I think we have a beautiful country with many places to be discovered and explored. Just that, just yeah, politics things that normally we don't want to get involved with in that, but definitely it's just that.
When you talk about corruption, are you able to for foreigners? I don't know, for someone who cannot doesn't have any idea. A basic example? Can you give us a basic example where you see it? Like, do you have to pay someone for a license, or people just try to block you, or is it just the overall feeling you have on a daily basis?
Okay. I think that we could be better. We could be a better country if all the money that is coming from the government to improve the cities, and let's start from the streets, from the avenues, from the transportation. If all that money would be invested in what it needs to be invested, we will be better. You know, we will be in a better position right now, like a better developed. But that's the corruption that I find. Most of it happens a lot here in Cartagena. We have a gorgeous city, and I can talk to you the most beautiful cities about the most beautiful things about this city. But in terms of the government, we need more help from them to invest also, not only waiting for foreigners to come and invest in the city, but also from the government,
Sure.
the
Those are
government to invest. And
absolutely.
that is what needs to happen to have a better city, to have a better country also.
Yeah, absolutely valid. Absolute, perfect point. Um, there are also obviously
Yes.
people who say other countries are much more corrupt than Colombia. Colombia is not even that corrupt, and so I think we maybe also sometimes have to be fair with our country here and say and see that it's maybe also a lot about stereotypes that things are actually improving a lot and getting better and better, and especially
Yeah,
infrastructure wise.
y-
Um,
I mhm.
yeah, go
I
ahead.
agree. I agree, and like this is something that is happening all around the world. So it could be normal for someone to know that, yeah, it's another country with we have in our country. It's true. It's happening all around the world. Yeah, we need to be fair, and we just need to go faster. I would like the government to invest most than what they are investing right now. Um, but I'm sure it will happen, and with the help of foreigners, like Cartagena, for example, it has been increasing and improving between the government and the foreigners. It has been like a job between they both, and we can see that, and there are a lot of projects, and we hope uh, to come through fast, because that's
Perfect.
the point. We're growing fast. We're growing fast, and we need to move fast. Yes.
Very good. Um, if you could implement something from Colombia and other countries, what would that be?
If I could,
Implement. If you could take something
mhm,
from Colombia and make it
to another country.
reality over there, what would that be?
Okay, we have a nice personality. We have passion in everything what we do. Uh, Talking about the people, the culture. So starting from the culture, I would bring our personalities to other countries, so we can conquer more souls, you know.
That's great. The
But
personality, the Colombians are definitely is a unique people. That's for sure, and a very nice society. Um, Super helpful and very proud of their country, which I love. It's amazing. I couldn't agree more. Um,
yeah,
so if people want to contact you, apart from I think in Hello Casa, you're gonna create your profile because you're also a real estate agent and also can help people to obtain real estate in Cartagena. Apart from that, people can contact you via which platform?
sure. You can reach me at +57 in Colombia, which is the code. Then my phone number is 301 774 7721. and my email address is cindybuelvas at cartagenaconcierge.com.co.
Okay, we will also put that on in the description YouTube, and the website is cartagenaconcierge dot cartagenaconcierge.com.co. Perfect.
Yes.
Do you have any final words for the audience?
Yes, well, thanks again for giving me this opportunity to talk to all of you guys. I just want to open an invitation for all of you to come to Cartagena, and I can pleased to provide an unforgettable days here. And that's it. Just welcome all to the Caribbean.
Perfect. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Cindy. I hope the audience is going to follow your invitation and is gonna come to you and gonna be having nice coco locos or other drinks in Cartagena. Thank you so much. Have a nice afternoon, evening, and talk to you soon.
Thank you. Thanks to you too. Have a nice night too.
Okay.
Evening.
Bye bye.
Keep in
Thanks.
touch. Bye bye.